Hi, mystery writers. Welcome to the mystery writing studio. And today I want to talk about details and how they create a character details, how they create a connection with your reader, and why that's important. All right. Your sleuth's personal preferences emotionally connect with your reader. Those preferences have little or nothing to do with solving the crime, but everything to do with making your mystery protagonist human. Bosch listens to jazz, Maltabano devours pasta incasciado, a Miss Marble knits. So you want to add those details to your protagonist, just like you want them to have opinions. You want them to have details that enlarge their personality. For example, the protagonist in my new work in progress, Death of a Lonely Cloud, um, she loves good food and old movies. And when her main squeeze asks her to go on a picnic on a twisty mountain road, she visualizes Grace Kelly in To Catch a Thief. And when she's trying to decide what to wear for this little picnic outing. But she does all this while she's cleaning her Sig Sauer after falling in a creek catching a rapist. So those little details make your character human. Your sleuth's personal preferences and small passions work to make them three-dimensional, like a whole human beings. And readers understand small passions. They don't have to have the same small passions, but they understand how small passions work in life. Everyone has them. All right. It doesn't matter if your reader has the same taste in preferences as your protagonist. They understand how the how these passions work. So a reader may think that jazz is dissonant or shun meat pasta dishes because they have a vegetarian diet, or find knitting not only boring but kindergarten makework to kill an empty life. That may be what they think about that protagonist's small passions, but they understand that small passions, and the key is that human quotient you add to your protagonist that makes your reader connect and care. So let's talk a little bit about why caring is important for your protagonist. Your detective must solve a crime, usually a murder, and that's the basis of the mystery genre. And as you write your mystery, you create obstacles to solving the crime and conflict for your protagonist. All right, you don't want to make it easy for them, you want to make it hard. At, at the same time, in order for your reader to be fully invested in your sleuth journey, they need to care about your sleuth as a person. And that's the whole idea of getting your reader to care about the story and keep turning the pages. They care about your protagonist as a person. So if you think about your favorite detective character, you can probably tell me right away what their small passion is. Just think about it for a moment. What's your favorite mystery protagonist and what is their small passion? All right. And that small passion is your connection to the character. And it's the one reason you may read about the same character through an entire series, not just one book, but book after book after book after book. Your reader cares about that main character, your protagonist. So, of course, mysteries are very plot driven because we're creating a puzzle and we need to solve a crime. And so one way to think about it is your mystery readers pick up your genre mystery novel. They come for the plot, right? Oh boy, another puzzle to solve. But they stay for the character. That's why they read your mystery book, is they like your character, all right? Um, the readers want a mystery, and they want a detective to lead them through the puzzle of solving that crime, and that's the basis of the mystery genre. At the same time, in order to care about the story and keep reading, readers want a protagonist they care about. It's our dilemma of balancing the plot and the character, right? Someone to root for as they face all those challenges and obstacles that you create for them. Uh, and they keep meeting those challenges and obstacles until they actually unveil the villain at the end. So, however well constructed your plot, with secretive suspects and red herrings and jealous cohorts and a scheming villain, your reader must care about your protagonist throughout the story, and those small passions are your key to getting them to care. On the other hand, how much is too much character personality? You don't want to detract from actually solving that mystery puzzle. So you really need only one or two small passions to round out your character. And those details are in addition to your sleuth's training and skills and their experience and their expertise and their critical thinking that make them a good detective. Of course, you want those things, right? And the small passion details humanize without getting petty. If you add too many, your reader will want to get on with the story and feel frustrated. So you don't want to get too much detail in there. You just want to show that human side of your character. So stay with one or two small passions to round out your detective's character and create that humanizing emotional connection. And make sure those details are separate and distinct from their sleuthing skills. Everything does not have to point toward solving the puzzle. Being good at reading blood splatter doesn't count as an emotional connection. So, um, but on the other hand, surf fishing in the evening after a long day does count. It's that other thing, that thing that makes them human, that activity, that little passion. They get out, they get on their rubber boots, they go down to the beach, they cast their line as the sun sets. Like, it's that emotional connection. So keep those small passion details limited, but repeat them in the story. Remind your reader, oh, this is that thing that this character really loves to do, all right? And you'll get your character to look, your reader to like your character without being heavy-handed. So include that personal preferences for your reader attachment. You want them attached to your character so they care about all those obstacles and they care about whether they're actually going to solve this crime in spite of all the troubles that you throw their way. All right. So personality trait details are a really strong way for your reader to care about your protagonist. And once they care about your sleuth, they'll also care about solving the crime. So it's a two-sided way of getting your reader connected with your story. Your reader sees the story, the puzzle-solving story, through your detective's eyes, and whether you choose first person or third person point of view, they'll care about that antagonistic suspect, the ex-wife snagging phone calls, the clue that wasn't a clue, and you hooked your reader with your protagonist's humanity. Okay, I hope that helps. And I just want to add just a little personal note. I had an editor in London look at that story, Death of a Lonely Cloud, and they really liked that scene about the picnic and the dress and the while the detective is cleaning her gun. And they liked it because they felt that it showed the strength of her bond with her boyfriend in a very natural way. So those details really do bring out the humanity of your protagonist. Okay, I hope that helps. And if you have any questions like what's too many, or is this too small a detail, um, be sure to leave them in the comments. I'm happy to answer comments. And thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you next week in the Mystery Writers Studio.